Welcome to Serious Business. Today we'll talk about weird ways to save money. First of all, stop buying single-use items. You can replace tissues with handkerchiefs, toilet paper with bidets and towels, paper towels with t-shirt rags, and a steel water bottle instead of plastic bottles. I prefer a steel bottle with a filter. All of the items on screen are items that I have and can personally recommend. Unfortunately, I'm not sponsored by any of these, but I'd love to be in the future. In the description, I'll have links to each of these. Except rags, you can get those really anywhere. Make your own toiletry products. I've made my own deodorant, and it's working pretty well. My friends approved. I'll be making my own lotion next. Soap is popular to make at home. Toothpaste can be a challenge. There's factors like fluoride and xylitol that you may or may not want in your toothpaste, and you may or may not have access to in order to make your own. Most recipes use a combination of coconut oil, olive oil, vinegar, baking soda, cornstarch, and essential oils for scent. So this means if you stock up on these ingredients, you can pretty much make just about any household item to use in your bathroom or for your, deodorant or so on. One interesting one that I found after writing the script was vinegar and baking soda for cleaning your toilet. You start by powdering your toilet with the baking soda and then spraying on the vinegar and scrubbing, and that reaction heats up and breaks off all the dirt and dust you see gathered up in your toilet. Another one is Showerless. This is kind of controversial, but I think showering every other day is sufficient, especially if you have decent deodorant and stay clean. Maybe if you go out and get dirty often, showering every day is worth it. At first you'll feel greasy, but your body will adjust and stay clean longer. This is something I didn't believe people when I heard, but I tried it myself, and your hair produces less grease, your body produces less grime in general as you go longer between showers. When you shower with warm and not hot water, you first of all save energy, whether it's gas or electric, for your heating, and you save your skin. Really hot or really cold water can cause acne by either drying you out or causing ingrown hairs and such. Showering too often can dry out your skin and hair and cause acne. Another one I heard about is showering with hot water. If you have hard water, this aerosolizes the chlorine in the water, and when you breathe that in, that's basically a poisonous gas, and it's damaging your lungs. If you wash your hair every other shower, so that's essentially every 4 days, your hair will stay cleaner longer and produce even less grease, and you'll use less products. Stop driving cars. This is easier said than done. This is what I was talking about in one of my videos. I mentioned the other orange pill. The channel Not Just Bikes calls their kind of information packet the orange pill, which is funny because that is the same name as people say when they explain Bitcoin to others. So the total cost of owning cars is insane. This includes insurance, maintenance, gas or electric, tires, and lots of time. Lots of time spent on the road, in traffic, waiting for lights to change or people to pass. And another huge expense of cars are car crashes. They're a top cause of death, or if you're more worried about money than life, expensive hospital trips. That's what factors into insurance. A lot of your health insurance costs are high in America because it's assumed you'll be driving a car and probably get in an accident within your lifetime. If you move somewhere you can bike or take transit to work in a grocery store, you'll save lots of time and money, you'll probably be happier, and you'll probably be healthier too. Quick reminder to like, subscribe, and tip. Another one is rent a truck. So you shouldn't buy an SUV, truck, or van unless you use its size, I'd say about once a week. So if you have more than 2 kids, or if you are someone who runs a landscaping business or is constantly hauling large amounts of stuff in a truck or minivan that you couldn't fit in a sedan, then maybe it's worth it. But otherwise, get a sedan, maybe a hatchback if you want to keep your bikes in the back of your car, or a subcompact car, which again can fit bikes, maybe help you move to college. When you want to move lots of stuff, just rent a minivan or truck. It's pretty efficient. I'm moving soon, and I've already reserved a Penske truck for $30 for the rental, and then $50 for the insurance while driving it. But it's a whole lot better than trying to stuff all my stuff in an SUV, driving an SUV around, and really, I wouldn't be able to fit my bed frame or my mattress in an SUV, so I'd still have to rent a truck anyway. And you don't want to be like those suburban moms taking IKEA furniture home in their Hummers. That's been a big meme online that I've seen a lot, and I think it's pretty funny. Next of all, prioritize your health. Late age healthcare costs eat up people's retirement funds. If you have a medical incident and have to go to the hospital, especially in America, that could just completely ruin your finances. I know other countries are laughing at us with their publicly funded healthcare, but either way, if you eat healthier, drink filtered water, and sleep 7 or more hours a day, you'll be a lot healthier and probably happier. Packaged and fast food is expensive and unhealthy no matter what. So there's a lot of advertisements for cheap food at McDonald's. Everyone knows it's unhealthy, but they say, oh, it's $1 for a breakfast menu. But really, you're not getting that many calories, you're not getting much sustenance, and you'll get hungry and need to eat again really quickly. So what you're really paying is a high dollar per calorie. Whereas fresh foods that you buy at a grocery store may seem expensive, but you're getting a lot for your money, especially if you get dried rice and beans, or even cans if you don't want to cook. They're way more cost effective, way more health effective, and will still save you time waiting in line at somewhere like McDonald's or Taco Bell. And then there's packaged food at the store, like frozen dinners. It may be advertised as healthy, but it really isn't, and it's probably some of the most expensive food you can buy per meal. It's got a ton of sodium and a ton of fat, and is very processed. It has a lot of stuff that you probably don't know what it is, and you could be safer and more informed about what you're eating by just boiling some rice in your water at home. Exercise consistently. Even simple biking, walking, and aerobics can help. This is a factor in heart disease, in respiratory disease, in joint health, and in injury prevention, strength. All of these things are big medical expenses people have later on, and it can all be prevented now by just following some simple steps and taking control of your health. And the last one is mostly a joke, but you can go vegan. I'm personally vegan. Dairy, eggs, meat, and fish are more expensive than vegan alternatives. Like I said, dry rice and beans. Animal products cause a lot of foodborne illness, so most food poisoning that you get, especially at restaurants, is from undercooked ground beef or fish, sometimes eggs. Cooking your own rice, beans, and vegetables is much more cost effective, like I talked about in the previous slide, but if you look at the chart here, those staples like rice and beans are much cheaper per, dressed meat price. I'm assuming this is per pound or ounce or something. They're much cheaper for what you get than any sort of meat, and you don't have to eat bugs. That's not effective, highly illness prone, and gross. Growing your own beans, potatoes, and native crops can save you a lot, especially if you have a plot of land around your house. You can just grow a small portion of what you eat throughout the year and see if you like it. It'll improve your health, maybe get you outside more, and save you a bit of money. If you have more land, then raising chickens is a cost-effective way to essentially recycle bugs into actual usable food. You have to be careful about cooking, but you can use the eggs as a fertilizer for your plants or eat them. You can have pet chickens or kill them and eat them. It's up to you. And the last one is buy physical books, CDs, and games. Digital downloads of the same price have no liquidity, so this means you can't resell something you've downloaded digitally and copied to your phone. I'm a big fan of saving my music. I don't like streaming services because that's a recurring cost. You don't get the music selection that you might want, especially if you have more out there tastes, I guess. So by buying physical media, you have the option to sell after you rip the CDs or finish the book or game. So this is really important because even if you buy a CD at $10 and sell it for $1, that's a significant difference if you're buying a lot of CDs like me. Some physical games from before widespread digital downloading have gained value over time due to their scarcity. So this is a chart of Sonic R, which I've been listening to the soundtrack of recently. It's pretty great. But you can see its price, I'm assuming in the box, is, oh yeah, case in box, I think, has skyrocketed since about 2014. So you can see now it's worth a bit between, well, 100 and 150. So if you were to buy this back in 2018 just to play it and enjoy it, then holding on to it for a little bit and selling it later can actually make some gains. So the QR code on screen is a link to pricecharting.com, which is where I got this chart. That's all for today. Some of my interesting future contracts are proof of work versus proof of stake, and some money wrongthink. So basically, ways people think about money that are very bad for their budget.